Hey guys, Bees from Bees Toys here coming at you this evening. Going to do an opening of a Sand Trooper and a Dewback. This bad boy, I believe, originally retailed for $59.99. This one was on sale at one point at Walmart for $30. I did not buy this guy. This one came in a big lot that I bought. However, I did get, and they're in a sealed case, so I'm not going to open them. I do have two in a sealed case. I bought on Entertainment Earth. I think they were $22.50. I bought two of them. So I do have two in a sealed case. I do have another one unopened in a tote, and then I have another one to my right that at some point I'm going to find. Actually, there's the bottom of it. This one came from Amazon. It's got a other sticker on it, $59.95. So I was right. I thought it was $59.99 original retail. So, I mean, when you think about it, you're paying $20 a figure. That would put you at $40 for the Dewback. I mean, I guess you could say it's reasonable somewhat. I don't know. This $30 price tag is way more reasonable. When you think about it, and then let's say I got the other ones, for some of the ones that I got for $22.50, which is even better. So, you know, of course, wish I'd bought more. If you look up, I have noticed these on eBay. These are going for I'm wanting to say between 130 and 160 right now, roughly. So, I don't know that I'm going to get rid of any of them. I'm going to open at least two. I know I have another two in a cased shipper, which, you know, unopened shipper. So probably don't plan on opening those. I'll probably sell those sometime later on down the road. So you want to call it a case. I do have a case of two of those unopened. Then I have another one. So I'm just gonna sit on them till, you know, who knows what I'll do with those. I have several unopened cases of Black Series figures. It's one of those things I'm planning on hanging on to, and hopefully the value will go up eventually in several years. You know, when I'm in like 20 years, I'll probably sell them. You know, that's one of those things. I'm gonna hang on to them. But at any rate, this guy, wish I would have bought a handful more, just because for $22, this guy's worth it. I think you can buy him singular for about 40 to 45. So if that tells you anything. So yeah, like I said, he's gotten more expensive, but just curious, how do they package this? So let's see here. I'll show you the back real quick. This was he was number 4 in the vehicle line, if you want to call it, / super deluxe, I would call it, Black Series line. You had your Ray with speeder, the junk speeder, whatever you call it, from Jakku, and then you had your Luke and Sand Speeder, and then you had your Black Series TIE Fighter, I think was your actual number 1. And then you had your Enfys Nest and Swoop Bike. That's another one. I think it's 5. Came after this one. It was one of the last ones they've done. Like that. I wish they would do more of these. I don't. You know, you got in the early on. You got your Tauntaun and Han. They need to redo the Tauntaun. I'm surprised they haven't. That really, with the archive, I think that was they kind of wasted a figure. Those two they could have put back in a pack with the Wampa as well and Luke. But hey, who am I? I'm gonna work for them. But as I always say, Hasbro, I can. You can hire me. I'll help you out. But anyway, so here's this bad boy. I got one of these already open. I bought a lot of several of these with the other color pauldrons on them, and I did come close to buying. I don't know why. The guy I bought this off of bought that lot off of, did have, I think, 6 or 8 of these solo figure, or by themselves, so to speak. Not with the Dewback, obviously, and I don't know why he sold them separate, but I paid a pretty penny to get the ones that I did get, and I did get several. I did just sell one today, loose, just because as I say, I try to offset the cost. In this case, I'm not offsetting much, but I was like, well, I'll get rid of one. I'm being stingy with them. I didn't want to get rid of the one, but I did. I just sold it today, as a matter of fact, and just packaged it up a few hours ago to go out. But at any rate, I do like the Sand Troopers. Used to not be a fan. When I was younger, I didn't really care. I just never was. I was always more of a Return of the Jedi, and then as I got older, like the Empire Strikes Back. So a lot of the characters in those two movies. So really, Episode 4 characters always, to me, I didn't really care that much for them. Wasn't a big deal. But the older I get, the more I appreciate Episode 4 and those characters. Plus, after watching Rogue One, as I've stated, Rogue One is probably the best modern era Star Wars or Disney Star Wars they've come out with since. So I will say I like that. But just trying to put this gun, get this bad boy packing heat. Backpack doesn't, I don't know why, his doesn't stay on very well. It's on, but I mean, it doesn't really fit the hole very well for some reason. Anyway, there's our Sand Trooper. As always, cool. But I'm partial to troopers, as I always say. Oh, need this back. Gonna have to cut him out of here. So yeah, I got a Dewback up there sitting with a different, not the Sand Trooper it came with, it's just a different one. Just because I had some loose. Let's see here. I don't want to tear anything up. Gotta be careful when I cut these out. Always joke and say they're thief proof, especially when you gotta cut a million rubber bands or whatever you call these things off. I cut a dozen of them off, so it's thief proof, steel proof, whatever. So I gotta get his saddle out. It's also attached. This one's a little, I just gotta be careful. I don't want to cut there. Then when I cut this part here, it was basically attached flat to it. I don't want to cut that off as I'm doing it. Alright. So this just pops in place. He's got a spot. I didn't notice this on the other one because it came complete or put together, if you want to call it that. So there's not much putting together to this, luckily. I never was a fan of assembling. Even when I was a kid, I always wanted my dad to put them together. I don't know why. I was always like, hey, why don't you put that together for me? So, anyway, but he's got some, I'm not sure what this, there's a little hole on the side. I thought maybe it was part of this, but it looks like it's just a screw hole. I'd say this covers it up, probably. I never noticed that before on the other one. Yeah, I think the saddlebag kind of covers it. So it looks like this just pops into place. Let's see if I can get it to pop down. Yep, there you go. Not much to it. That's good. We like easy assembly, quick assembly. Alright. Of course, this bad boy, if I can get him to do it, he can open his mouth. Move his tongue a little bit. This one's not. My other one moves better. There we go. He can set his tongue up in a different way. I can put it down where it just looks like he's opening his mouth. And put his tongue up like he's thirsty. Or he kind of looks like a dog when he smiles with his tongue hanging out. Head moves kind of a little bit. You can't move it a lot. Twist a little bit. I don't want to twist it too much. So a little bit of side by side, kind of control it by that. Your saddlebags on there. Your feet turn. There's a lot of points of articulation at the feet and the toes. I think that's just to set it up on whatever surface you want to display it on. It's probably the way when they put it together. When they put these feet on anyway, or when they design it, they're probably like, well, you're gonna have to move your feet around, your toes, and your claws. So, yep. Anyway. Cool. Tail, of course, wiggles and wags. I actually have my original Dewback in a small box just over there, surprisingly. Oh, I grabbed that. I think it's loose. Yep. So here's the original. 1978. 70. My eyesight's terrible. 79. So here you go. Here's a 42-year-old toy. How they compare, huh? Well, I can tell you this much. I don't have the saddlebag for this anymore, I don't believe. You know, this probably wasn't too difficult of a figure to make. Looks like a type of a dinosaur, truthfully, but his head wags with his tail, so his head goes one way, his tail goes the other, vice versa. Of course, these have no articulation at the toes and feet. Well, I mean, they're not too far off when you look at their face and with their mouth closed. Just, yeah, I mean, really not. It's amazing sometimes the differences you see and the similarities you can actually find in these. Anyway, of course, the top, just had to stick your figure down in there. That was a neat little concept to come up with at the time, but a little flap door. Surprised that this thing still held up over all these years. Actually, it's not that bad. The paint's not overly worn. Not terrible. But yeah, there's my old Dewback. I just happen to have it in here in a box for some reason. But well, I used to let my son play with it, but he's getting a little older, and I don't really like the way he treats his toys. I thought I took better care of my stuff at his age, but I try to talk to him about it. But just so you know how kids are. Yeah, you kids. I'm talking to you too, kids, if you're watching. Alright, anyway, there he is, though. And I even got to show a little comparison with the original 1979 Star Wars Dewback. So, that was kind of cool. I'm glad I had that handy. I didn't even think about that when I opened this guy up. So, last thing, just kind of show you real quick. You can kind of put him on there. You want to turn his wrist up that way. Kind of difficult to get into this left hand. I had that issue before with the one I've got sitting up there. There we go. That's in there kind of. So yeah, I can have him with his gun sitting on there with his gun. I just don't like, the only thing I was going to say is I don't like the way his legs are spread out like an A-frame or A, and it doesn't always sit in there comfortable. Just because if you had to look, if you're looking, it just doesn't look comfortable. I don't know. He wouldn't be a very comfortable stormtrooper. So anyway, so there it is. Super Deluxe number 4, Dewback and Sand Trooper. So very cool. Kind of glad I got to open another one of these. And again, I still have another one I think I'm going to open at some point. So sitting over here. So I'll have me a little small little, I could set up a small little diorama with them later on. Maybe find me some kind of box or something and make it, maybe even put real sand in there. Who knows? I don't know. That's sand gets messy at times. But alright, there he is, guys. As always, hit the like and subscribe button. Turn on those notifications if you want to watch more of my videos. And as always, I'm Beast from Beast Toys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.